the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, the Buffalo City Municipality and the police had been identified in a report by the Commission into the tragedy. Other departments also under the spotlight include the Departments of Health, Social Development and Trade and Industry. For more on this story, we cross to SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies, who's been covering the story for us. A very good afternoon, Abongile. Tell us more.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Nombu. Well, this is the final report into the investigation into the Enyobeni Tavern Tragedy. Much to the delight of the parents, that they've been saying that this is a human rights violation, and these people these bodies that have been fingered here, they should have done their part, like the South African Police Services. They received a number of complaints with regards to the operation of Enyobeni Tavern Tragedy, of the Enyobeni Tavern, but they did little to nothing in ensuring that there is compliance. Even the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, it's the one that has been found the most. They're saying that they've been issuing out liquor licenses but don't have the capacity to ensure that compliance and monitoring of compliance is being adhered to. Even the Buffalo City Metro Nompu, the zoning of Enyobeni Tavern, it was not supposed to be a business, especially a business that is selling liquor. And part of the recommendations by the Commission is to increase the consumption of alcohol from the age of 18 to 21. And many bodies have been found, and I still need time to actually peruse it myself. But the parents are welcoming this report and saying that it gives them hope to the inquest that will start on the 10th of May. I'm now joined by Umama Ndomizonke Mgangala. Ma'am, thanks a lot for your time. Another layer, we see that the Commission has issued this report. Kindly take us through your reactions with regards to it.
Good afternoon to you and the viewers. As parents, we are so pleased with the report. It has really revived us. We were sort of giving up, especially after all the trials that have been done and the sentencing. But now the report is giving us hope in terms of the up-and-coming inquest, a case that is in process. Also, it has given us answers into all the other things that we were thinking about, though we were not quite sure about them. But now it has given us that for real something should have been done by who and where. And also what impressed us about the report is that it is pointing at who should have done what, and now what are the recommendations around their findings on who should have done what. And also they have got a time frame, which is not a very long one. Others are having 7 days, others are having 3 months. It means this is not going to be the end of what they have given us, which is the report is going to keep on going, and especially in terms of the legislations and the rules and the regulations, because all their findings are around the Act and the Constitution of South Africa. So hopefully the report, if it could be followed up, our wish, because we know that the issue of the death of our children is no longer our issue as families. It's a societal issue, it's an international issue. So should they follow all these findings and the recommendations that have been made by Human Rights Commission and make sure that they put them into place, a lot of things should change, which is our wish as the families of 21 children at Enyobeni.
This is another step to closure, you may say.
Yeah, this is another step to the closure, and this is what we have been crying for, and this is what will make us happy as parents. We know it will not bring back our children, but remember, we're still raising children, which are the future leaders of the country. And you know that even today there's a lot of pens down and all these celebration that implicates young children and also the abuse of alcohol. So if they could follow on these steps and make sure that they implement them and make that the systems are in place in making sure that all these procedures are being followed, this will make change and it will make us happy as parents, because this is why we feel we are not letting this down until something is being done, whether it's justice-wise or awareness-wise to the community. That's what we wish.
Let's come to the National Department of Health. It has also been found wanting here because of that toxicology report, which the government gave you a runaround when it came to its release, and the findings that it added to your grief. And I remember those emotions like it was yesterday that you put out. How do you feel about that? They've been found wanting when you were demanding answers at your lowest.
You know, the Department of Health side, it was quite interesting, and it really took us back. And the fact that it has been identified that our dignity has been compromised by their actions. It makes us now to really understand that we were not just crying for something that, because sometimes when you cry and people say all those negative things about your crying, you feel that hey, maybe you are crying for the sake of crying. But the report has shown us that we were really on the right track, and the Department of Health has really compromised us. Even until today, they have not done anything, even though they know that we are not happy. But there is nothing that they did after having heard that we as parents are not happy about how they did. At least we were expecting them to take, for an example, to say, this is the report about Snowthando. The first page about Snowthando, we have found this because they have mentioned most about there was ethanol, there was methanol, there was alcohol and those things. So to just give me that from Snowthando, we've find so much percentage of alcohol, so much percentage of ethanol, all those acids that they find in them, and because of this and that, it led to the death of Snowthando. If they have given us a narrative report, even if they did not give us the document, if we are not supposed to get the document, okay, that on its own would have made a difference.
Ma'am, had everyone played their part? Buffalo City, they are being called for a lack of recreational facilities. That's why the young people resort to alcohol. Had the police came and addressed the issue of Enyobeni Tavern, where there were still complaints of non-adherence to liquor licenses, had the liquor board had insufficient capacity to monitor these licenses that they issue, do you think your children would have been still alive today?
Definitely. If they had played their role, our children would have been still alive even today, because if the visibility of police was there. Remember, when we were getting report from the court, we were told that starting from 6 in the evening, the tavern was floating with a lot of numbers up to 8. So if the police have heard about that and made sure that they are there and being visible to monitor all what was happening there, obviously our children would have been safe, because the police would have been there to monitor all those things. Also, Abongile, I think just for humanity reasons, if each and every department, because they know most that they have got their responsibilities in terms of what happened there, if each and every department would have called us and said to us, parents, the incident happened and your children are gone, we know that 1, 2, 3, 4 would have happened, but unfortunately, because of these reasons, it didn't. We are so sorry for what happened to your children. That on its own would have made us happy, either than being pointed and called names and all those things. So for real, if they have done their roles the way they should have done them, considering all these legalities, legislative that are being mentioned here, because from the report, it is stated that these things are already in the.
Thanks a lot for your time, Mama.
Okay.
Well, Nompu, that was Ndombi Zonke Mgangala, a parent who lost her child at Enyobeni Tavern, saying that they are welcoming this report, and we shall await for a response from the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, the Buffalo City Metro, South African Police Service, everyone who's been paying it here. We await a reaction from them, and we shall bring you more as the story unfolds.